together for a great purpose, for the noble mission to establish women's and children's rights. Here we have great personalities whom you can say international heroes and nation's pride. So here I'm taking the privilege, the very prestigious and welcoming all of our international guests on this international platform. How are you all today?
Great, thank you. And you?
Yes, Alhamdulillah, thanks a lot. So here, as you can see, we have Gayane from Armenia, Dr. Sheri Bhutani from India, Miss Elif from Turkey, Vilma from Brazil, and Catherine Malmort from Sweden. And many of other guests will be joining you very shortly from different multinational countries. All of our international guests, as you know, today our topic is women's and children's rights. How is the position in each of our country? I will request all of your kind presentation introductory word first. So here, can I request Ms. Gayane from Armenia to please introduce herself and share her great presentation. Ms. Gayane, welcoming you on this international platform. Can you please introduce yourself, ma'am, and please share your presentation?
Yes, of course. I would like to share my screen and then start introducing myself and then my presentation.
Sure.
And now I will share my screen. Is it visible for you?
Yeah, it's connecting, ma'am. It's connecting. Yes, it has come.
Yeah.
It has come. Super. Great presentation. Can you please start your introductory part and presentation?
Yes, sure, but I don't see it, you know.
Yes, I can see it and we all can see it, ma'am. Please go on.
Okay, that's great. So, as you have mentioned, I am Gayane Vardanyan. I'm from Armenia, the capital city, Yerevan, and I am an English language teacher and a psychologist by profession. And I have already been teaching for 12 years at Leo High School number 65. As an English language teacher, I teach 10th, 11th, and 12th graders. And as a psychologist, I work with students with disabilities. So I can say that I do a great task for my community, for my school, for my students, and I am very happy to be here with all of you and to speak about women's rights in Armenia. And I have created mostly my presentation about Armenia, about women in Armenia. So let's start.
Yes.
Can you see now my second page?
Yes, yes. You can start with the second page, please.
Yeah. You know, it's very hard. I cannot see what you see now in your screens.
We can see that it is written women in Armenia.
Okay, that's great. So let's start women in Armenia. Women in Armenia have enjoyed equal rights, including the right to vote since the establishment of the First Republic of Armenia. On June 21st and 23rd in 1919, the first direct parliamentary elections were held in Armenia under universal suffrage. Every person over the age of 20 had the right to vote regardless of gender, ethnicity, or religious beliefs. So from this time, Armenian women started to have their equal rights in elections. And content-free women deputies, they were selected: Katarina Zalian Manukyan, Berjuhi Partismanyan Barsegyan, and Varvara Sahakyan. And the constitution of the current Republic of Armenia was adopted in 1991 and officially guarantees gender equality. This has enabled women to actively participate in all spheres of Armenian life. Armenian women have attained prominence in entertainment, politics, and other fields. Next, I would like to speak a little about traditional status. The view of ancient Armenian society and law as woman-friendly presented by some Armenian intellectuals from the early 20th century to the present times has been contested. Married women in those centuries, like in 18th and 19th, lived as virtual slaves of their husbands' families. Although the situation improved gradually with age and during the first year of marriage, they were not permitted to speak to anyone except their husbands and were forbidden from leaving the house. Young Armenian brides created a sign language which was called Harseren, which translates into English like language of the bride. It is a gesture-based sign language that developed against the rule of silence imposed on married Armenian women. And in some villages, these restrictions continued even after the birth of the first child and may have lasted more than 10 years. And female suicide was more common than male suicide during that year.
Okay. Yes, Gayane? Can you hear me? I think our connection has got freezed over here. So can I request our next participant, Dr. Shelly Bhutani? Can you please kindly introduce yourself and share your presentation? Dr. Shelly from India. Dr. Shelly, can you please share your presentation? And yeah, we can see your presentation.
Sorry, was I interrupted?
Yeah, can you talk now? Can you go on, Gayane?
Yeah, hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
So from where I stopped, I saw that I was disconnected from chat.
Okay. Okay, so so please share the rest part. What was
Yeah,
left?
I do it now. Can you see?
It's connecting. Yeah, it's now on the screen.
Yeah.
Equality, empowerment. Please go on.
Yes. So I would like to say that this presentation, mostly the topic I have taken from the UNDP website, and they do many good programs for women in Armenia. And I was speaking about that women comprise 52.2% of population in Armenia and 56 of those with higher education. Their representation in decision-making domains remains low. And while women are important actors in education and social affairs and are well represented in academia, in politics, certain barriers remain intact. For example, at local level, there are limitations in affirmative measures or engagement of political parties to advance women. Stereotypic attitudes on roles of women and men and lack of confidence among women add to barriers for women political participation. 25% quota system ensures women are represented in political parties. They face distinct barriers to inhering office at the local and national levels. And currently, the representation of women stands for less than 2% as community heads, around 10% as local council members, 24% as National Assembly members, 8% of government ministers, and 26% as deputy ministers, 0% as female governors, 18% as vice governors. So mostly from this percentage, you can see that now mostly our women are in educational field, and all teachers I can say that are women, not male and not men. For example, in my school work 45 teachers, and only 5 of them are men, and the rest are women. And to address the above challenges, UNDP currently implements Women in Politics project, and the project contributes to the following results. Strategies and recommendations are measures to improve women political participation developed based on evidence collected, leadership potential and skills of women and youth in communities of Armenia are advanced for community development and transparent and accountable governance. Role and capacities of political parties for advancing women in politics are enhanced. Active young women and men in local communities are empowered as future local leaders and as enablers of local democracy. And the bodies created for assisting women, for example, in 2000, the Women's Council, a voluntary consultative body, was created under the Prime Minister of the Republic of Armenia, and however, the new Prime Minister eliminated it. In October 2002, the Committee of Trafficking in Women was established. In June 2005, the National Police created a department on the fight against human trafficking. In 2006, the UNDP published a gender equality briefing brochure and the Gender and Change e-newspaper. The brochure aimed at providing general information on gender and gender equality issues, national and international frameworks and mechanisms protecting the promoting women's rights. And it was intended for policymakers at central and local levels, civil society organizations, gender advocates, researchers, as well as for anyone seeking basic information on equal rights. And in 2004, the Institute of the Ombudsman was created, which helps a lot our women who are having any troubles with their house or with their husbands or anything connected with them as a human. They can consult with our ombudsman in Armenia. And I would like to finish my presentation with this wonderful quote, which I like very much, that no matter where you are in life, inspire and empower the women around you. Success is never reached alone, and wisdom and wealth are sweeter shared. So we need to treat women very well, because women create our future.
Thank you. Thanks for your great presentation, Ms. Gayane from Armenia. I would like to ask a question that how your work can bring value to develop women's and children's rights. Can you please explain?
Yeah. As a psychologist, I have mentioned I work at school, and sometimes there are students who come to consult with me, for example, when they have problems with their family members, especially with their parents. To protect children's rights, I always do consulting with parents. I invite them to an assembly. I speak with them, I create a webinar for them. I introduce the problem, but I don't say that the problem is connected with your child. I bring the problem and try to find a solution with the parents. And in this way, I can say that I gain a great result, because in the end, there are many parents who come to me and say, oh, thank you very much. We have found out that we don't bring up our children properly. So because of your advice, now we know how to treat our children. And students later come to me and say that we now feel protected in our families.
Thank you. And has women rights got established in Armenia? If not, then why?
I can say it is established in Armenia, and now there are some organizations who are protecting women's rights, and there are even hotlines. When women have any problems, they can call and be sure that they can find solution.
Okay. Number 3, how women can be empowered and who can help us?
Sorry?
How women can be empowered and who can help us? Question number 3.
Yeah. I guess the society can help us, and in this way, women should be empowered, and we should give women rights to be everywhere in all spheres. Because if we give them power, they will benefit, and our society will benefit as well.
Okay. Question number 4 for you, that what is your transformational strategy for the future leadership? How you want to guide our women and children to establish their rights and equality?
I would like to guide, for example, students. They need to study properly their rights in order to be protected. And also women, why not? They need to know their rights in all situations, to deal with the rights and try to protect themselves.
Okay. And what is the barrier in your country for women's and children's establishment of rights, equality, justice, peace, and freedom? What is the main barrier according to you?
I can say that the barrier is that we don't give away to our women. We don't give much weight to them. They are not everywhere. For example, we can see women at school, but not many women in politics or in other governmental spheres.
Okay, thanks. Thanks, Gane, for your presentation and wonderful answers. Now, can I request Dr. Shelly Bhutani to connect her presentation from India, and please introduce yourself. For your all information, we are all on the live session. We are streaming on live on Facebook, on YouTube, and many more other programs, and also recording our session. Can we please listen from Dr. Shelly?
Good evening, one and all. First of all, I'm really inspired and appreciated with this Today Leaders Vision program. I'm really empowering women and children globally. I'm really thankful and my heartfelt gratitude to this global foundation. I'm Dr. Shelly Bhutani from India. Since 1996, I'm into education. I'm a principal, passionate leader, and I'm author. I'm writing my own computer book since 2012. And I'm mentor of 7 schools in Delhi in CBSE. Apart from this, I'm a CBSE National Master Trainer as well as Khelo India. I'm a President Council just before a week of International Internship University too. So if I talk about the value of female leaders, I'm very passionate and always salute to women. Why is it so? Because I believe that female leader, they always unleash their value. And this is unstoppable because a force that changes the conversation, that is always within them. And as in women, we should know the value of our own female leader and understand our own limiting beliefs and biases, and how can we stand in the way of being objective. So in India, it's very offer strengthened. And it is very based professional development plans, because we are all get very serious about offering actionable strength, their professional development throughout 360-degree feedback. We are taking and highlight their strength, that how they are weak in their own area. So we are setting limiting beliefs. Why we are setting in India? Because the leaders should encourage those in charge of hiring and promoting their personal to let go of their limiting beliefs. So they might have about women in leadership roles too. So this can be achieved only by educating them through discussing success stories, inspiring stories, and reading books written by successful women. This is all attending seminars and summits for women in India always build their talent in a pipeline. Why is it so? Because leaders can be deliberately about inclusiveness by immediately identify women and children in the company because they are ready and able to fill leadership roles. So leaders can commit to increasing the number of women in the company recruiting, as well as we are also taking their talent pipeline to levels in every area, whether it's police, whether it's education, whether it's army, whether it's navy. We are building their talent in every pipeline. So what we are doing in India, we are set measurable hiring and we are giving promotional goals. Why is it so? Because this is most successful business to know that what ladies measure it, what they have to be achieved. So if they measure the rate at which women are to be promoted, so we can easily set the target goal to improve every area of women and children too. So what we are doing, we are explaining the benefits of leadership diversity. Why is it so? Because this senior leadership always showed a very strong correlation between promoting women to every area across the 215 Fortune and 500 firms in the 19 years. So you won't believe it that we are holding executive presence training for the women too. Because if women don't have training, they won't seen as credible. They have to be EP training specifically designed for the women, and they have different sometimes obstacles, challenges, but we are always overcome than men. So in here, we advocate for potential their female leaders, which is help focus on their what can do. Thank you so much. In the short way, I will show the PPT presentation, but in the very last, because we have a shortage of time. So I request that you please ask the next question, so that I will be giving the PPT in the last way, right?
Okay. So can I ask you a question, ma'am?
Yeah, please go on.
Ma'am, how your work can add value to women's and children's life, ma'am?
Actually, we promote children through their webinars, through their digital like classes, and we have to take daily feedback. Like, for example, nowadays children are not coming in the school, but what we are doing in the virtually, we are just giving the assembly with a peaceful atmosphere. Like we are just giving the lightning of lamp with a peaceful aura. We start with the meditation, and what we are doing, we are giving them happy classroom. Why it is called happy classroom? Because before starting the classroom, they should talk with your own peers group. They should feel comfortable that they are not on virtual, even they have connected even on the virtual. So this is small things we are establishing with the children as well as with the teacher. This is totally well-being of them, because we believe in spirituality sometimes. So we created moral value education. Why moral value education? Because it's necessary to give the cultures and their values through this education, through their classrooms, and we have created different experiential learning with them. Like we are using thematic education. What is the meaning of thematic education here? We have just started national education policy in our country, and this has been come since 34 years back. So what we are doing, we are taking the examples of live projects. So in this way, children as well as teacher always collaborating between each other too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, ma'am. May I know your view that has women rights got established in India? If not,
yes,
then why, ma'am?
Yeah. Actually, we live in the world where goddess are worshipped, right? And women get damned, sometimes harassed, sometimes abused, kidnapped every single day, sometimes, right? But human rights are human rights. Why women rights are human rights? Because it's one for all. So unfortunately, many of the women, they don't have their rights, but this has been changed many years ago with Article 326 in India, that India Constitution, they have parliamentary system with two houses. One is Lok Sabha and second is Rajya Sabha. So both feminism as initiative by the women started independently, and they have this done by women rights and education and started with Savitri Bhale Phule, because they have girls in India 1848, Tarabhai Shinde, who wrote India first feminist text, and they have ground of gender equality too. So women have right to equal pay, women have right to dignity and decency, women have right against workplace harassment. In this India, women have right against domestic violence too, and female sexual assault victims, they have a right to keep their identity anonymous, and even they have a right to get free legal aid. Why is it so? Because they have, because sometimes victims with the rape have the right to get free legal aid and help from the legal services authority, so who has arranged a lawyer for her. So women have right not to arrested at night. Women have right to register virtual complaints, because a law given the women for the provision for filling the virtual complaints via email. They have a special platform. They have a special women empowerment helpline too. And we have in the CAPS, we have a service of emergency too. So that is called HSO, that is send police constable to her place to record her complaint. So this is the case where woman is not in the position to physically go to the police. So they can file a complaint without their knowing they're giving the name and phone number. So women have the right against indecent representation, because they have a right against their all being stopped. So small section of 354D of the IPC, they makes way for the legal action to be taken against an offender. So women tries to be contacted her to foster personal interaction apart from indication of their own interest, but monitor the use by women of their own internet, email, and any form of electronic they are all using in the India. Thank you.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
what is the transformational strategy to establish women's and children's rights?
If I talk about transformation, basically transformational leadership is a leadership style in which leaders encourage, inspire, motivate employees to innovate and create change that will help grow and shape the future success of their own company. So according to me, there are 4 factors which is transform their leadership. That is idealized, influence, inspirational, and intellectual. Because at individual consideration, each factor should be discussed to help manager to their approach in the workplace. So you can become transformation leader by following all these steps. So you can start by understanding your leadership style. You can encourage your creativity. You can serve as a role model, and you should be very passionate. And you can listen and communicate effectively. Why is it true? Because a positive attitude can give you everything. So whenever you're optimistic, when you have attitude, you can serve a source of inspiration. So always encourage women to make contribution. Why? Because they always motivate your own followers. So this all awareness and conversation of gender is socially a good thing. But yes, this is a noise masking a lack of real action and progress too. But retention, succession, addressing the skills gap, it's always some of the ways that can challenge the status quo.
Okay, thanks. Can we all clap for Ms. Gayane from Armenia and Dr. Shelly from India? Can we all clap, please? Give a big hand for our international.
Thank you so much.
Heroes. So thanks. Can I connect our dearest international leader, Ms. Corina? Is Ms. Corina here, please? Can I see your nice and beautiful face?
Hello, good afternoon, good evening from Romania. I'm here, of course, and it's my pleasure to be with you tonight.
Yeah, can I request our international leader? If we call Miss Corina a magician, it will not be really wrong. You can call her a magician. So please, Corina, I'm welcoming and great honor. I have no words to show respect for our international leaders. You cannot believe how happy we all are to have you on this international platform. So here I'm connecting Corina from Dhaka to Romania. Can we hear the voice of Romania? Miss Corina presenting here her introduction and presentation.
Thank you very much for this
development.
Yeah, but do you know what? I am a simple person. Do you know? So my name is Corina Shujda. I am from Romania. For 25 years, I am a primary teacher. I love what I do with my students. So I believe I am one of the people who empower children. and not only children, but also women, because I'm working with parents of my students as well. Beside my teaching experience, I am involved in some organizations where I do different activities, most of all for children and with children. I'm very happy to be with you today. I would like to share my screen. I didn't use Skype for a long time. I remember the first time was maybe 10, 12 years ago when I had activities with international school award projects, teachers from different countries. Can you see my slides?
Yeah,
guess.
Yeah, it has connected. So beautiful. Sustainable development goals. Please go on, Ms. Karina.
Yes, because I believe gender equality, it's about sustainable development goal. It's one of the 17 goals of Agenda 2030, which talk about achieve gender equality and empower all women and girls. And you may see here, I choose some pictures with students because I love students. I am a primary teacher, as I told you. What gender equality means, actually. Gender equality, it's not only a fundamental human right, but a necessary foundation for a peaceful, prosperous, and sustainable world. Romania will continue to be fully committed to the protection and promotion of all women's and children's rights, and well as the implementation of legal international instruments such as the Beijing Platform for Action, the Council of Europe in Istanbul Convention of Preventing and Combating Violence Against Women, and of course domestic violence, and UN Security Council resolution in 3025. Because we pass a very bad period, and we still are in this period, in this pandemic, and this was not very good for women and also for children most of the time, because the pandemic has also led to a steep increase in violence against women and children. With the lockdown measures in place, many women are trapped at home with their abusers, struggling to access services that are suffering from cuts and restrictions. Ending all discrimination against women and children, it's not only a basic human right, it's a crucial for sustainable future in all countries. It's proof that empowering women and girls help economic growth and development. And here I choose a picture where you may see equal rights, belief, society, gender, people, man, woman, equality. So that's all about human rights, human empowering women, equality. So gender equality, what is UNICEF doing to promote gender equality, not only in Romania, but in many countries? Reducing inequality strengthens economies and builds stable, resilient societies that give all individuals, including boys and men, the opportunity to fulfill their potential. UNICEF builds partnerships across the global community to accelerate gender equality. In all areas of our work, we integrate gender-specific discrimination and disadvantages. You may see here Melinda Gates, who said, "A woman with a voice is by definition a strong woman," and I totally agree with Melinda Gates. So, of course, United Nations think this means partnering with the national health sectors to expand quality maternal care for support the professionalization of the mostly female frontline community health workforce. And it means working with the education sector to ensure girls and boys thrive in their learning and find pathways to meaningful employment. For adolescent girls, especially, UNICEF invests in skills building to further their economic empowerment as entrepreneurs, innovators, and leaders. Because yes, Dr. Shelley was talking about leadership. We focus on providing learning environments at a time and place those sweet girls' individual circumstances. What exactly mean to support a woman or a girl? Supporting girls' pathway from education to employment require more than learning opportunities. It requires keeping girls safe from all forms of violence in and out of school. Our targeted initiative to prevent the response to gender-based violence, help end child marriage, eliminate female genital mutilation, provide safe spaces, support menstrual health management, deliver HIV and AIDS care, meet psychological needs, and more. We invest in innovative models that protect even the hardest to reach girls, like virtual safe spaces and apps that allow them to report violence and connect to local resources for support. This is happened also in my country. I will tell you about Romania a little bit later. I choose some woman like Maya Ayosupsai. I think all of you knows her. And she said, I raise up my voice not so I can shoot, but so that those without a voice can be heard. We cannot succeed when half of us are held back. And also Sushama Swaraj, I think so. There is an urgent need to tackle the ills of the society against women through active participation of all men, women, society, governments. It is imperative to make women empowerment a people movement. And of course, Michelle Obama with final thoughts. Empowering women starts with you. Yes, with you, with me, and with all of us. Show your support to the women around you by showing them they matter and reminding them of their strength. Changing the narrative for women and seeing real change is a team effort. So share this list with the women in your life and encourage them to take action. That was all about empowering women and not only. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. So can I go for the quick question and answer session? Are you ready, Ms. Karina?
Yes, sure.
Okay, so my first question is how your work can really add great value to develop the rights of women and children in Romania and the global noble mission. Ms. Karina.
How
you can add value to develop our rights, our mission, just to establish our equality.
Okay, I get you. First of all, I am a woman as well. The second point, it's I am a teacher and I am working with students, and not only with students, but with their parents as well. In my opinion, to empower women and children is to make them to be confident, to give them encouragement, to believe in them, to give them credits, and to make them to go on. This is very, very important as a teacher, but not only, because every woman in this world should be how to say empowered, should be should believe she is very good. She is very good. And as long as you believe in yourself, you can do everything. Never stop. Go away.
Okay, thanks. So my next question to you that I want to know and we all want to know, has women rights already got established in Romania? If not, then why it has not been established? Can you please explain, dear Corina?
Yes, of course, they got established, but not totally. We live in Europe, so here human rights, it's very important. We have rules, we have laws for this. But as you know, everywhere in this world, it's not totally established. Do you know why? Because of mentality of people. Mentality of the men who believe a woman can do what a man do. It's not true. It's not true. Believe in yourself and try to do, and you will see how good you are.
Okay. My third question to you is, can you please guide us about the transformational value, that how women's rights and children's rights can be established and we can achieve equality? Miss Corina.
Yes, as Miss Shelley said, first of all, you have to know your rights. If you know your rights and you believe you are right and this is your right to do that thing, you can do. But as long as you are, how to say, under a man or under not only a man, but for example, in school, some colleagues may be more selfish and they make you feel like you are not very good. Don't let you influenced by others. Believe in yourself and try to do what is in your mind. Work hard for your dreams, and you will achieve everything you wish in this world.
Okay, thanks. Thanks for a great presentation. Can we request all of our international heroes to give a great round of applause for Miss Corina, Dr. Shelley, and our Gayane from Armenia, India? Can we all give a clap, please? Salute you. Our
Thank you very
international
much.
hero, Miss Corina, it was my dream to hear from you. And we all know you. You are our international hero, the leader, the voice of Romania, the role model of every woman and girl child. Should
As
you
you are as well. I am not with anything better than you. Believe in yourself. It's exactly what I said before. Never think others are better than you. You are better as you are. You are the best. Believe this.
Superb. Superb. I am really very lucky to have you all. Now, this is the time to connect Sweden. Can we connect our dreamland Sweden? Miss Katarina from Sweden is here to raise her voice and to help us to establish women's and children's rights. Can we please listen from Katarina from Sweden?
Hello, hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can see you very clearly. You can introduce yourself and share your presentation, ma'am.
Yes, Monira, can you share my presentation? Because I cannot do it because of this computer. That's why I send it to you.
Okay. I'm going to share. Can you please requesting your introductory part, ma'am?
You have my presentation already because it's something wrong with my computer.
No
I was
problem. You can introduce yourself, what you are doing.
Okay, I will do that. Well, I am going to go back to work as a high school teacher from middle of August as a high school teacher in social science, history, and law. I have also another university degree. I am a Master of Science in Quality Management and Leadership Development. I am a certified supervisor of understanding the group and leader from the Swedish National Defense University. I am also an SGI supervisor. And I am I also have a Bachelor of Political Science, Economics and Law, and also another one in History and Behavioral Sciences. And I am also graduated high school teacher. So, and another thing also, and but it's not what I'm going to talk about. So,
Is the screen visible to you?
If you go to the third picture.
A presentation is visible to you all. Can you see the presentation?
No, for a moment, no. But maybe connected.
If you change it to
Yes, ma'am, I'm able to see.
Can you see?
Yes,
ma'am.
Okay, so Katerina, can you please go on that you have written on the first slide to establish women's and children's rights. So I'm going on the second slide. Is it okay?
Yes, and you can go to the second slide. It's about me.
It is here. It is about you, I think.
Yes. And what I told you already, I also taught organizations and leadership. I have been working with the Swedish, associations for academic people. I have been negotiation at the Swedish Armed Forces at the highest levels before, when I was working there for 17.5 years. And I am a consultant and coach and trainer in leadership, organizational development, business development, improvement management, conflict management, and of course, health. So I help leaders and I help other ones to feel better and become more efficient. So if you take the third slide, please.
Yes, the third slide is here.
So it's a question about share your opinion, what changes you want to bring at present and how. So I don't know if you get the third slide.
Yeah, third slide is here, ma'am.
Okay. Because I cannot see it.
Okay, third slide here is read and share your opinion that changes, what changes you want to bring at present and how.
Yes. Because I cannot see it, but maybe the other ones can see it.
Yeah, we can see.
So I have reflected on it for a while, and if you go to the next slide, please.
Yeah, I have got already the and version.
Yes, the and, yes. I think it's very important is that we work with the application, like pivot. So, for example, like I is thinking about here, is that see yourself as a kind of ant. You can do a lot of things by yourself, but how it's coming. If you can duplicate it, working like the cascade effect, working together, like one ant can do little bit, but billions of ants can do a lot of things. Okay. I see a message that people can't see the presentations now, Monira.
Yeah. So, ma'am, here it is written, has women's rights got established in your country? If not, then why? The slide is here.
Yes, but people can't see it. You have to share your screen again.
It is not visible to all of you?
No, it's not visible. Sorry,
Okay,
but it is not visible.
I'm connecting again the slide. Sharing the screen. Yeah, can you please check now?
It's still black. No, it's coming. No, it's coming. But you have to go back to the slide before.
This one?
Yes, we can take that one. Because the one before that is a lot of ants when you have this cascade effects, or you duplicate it, or like pivot. Like if we are like a million of ants, we can move a house, for example, but one ant can't do it by itself. So here, what I was thinking is that we can do a lot of miracles together. And when we use this pivot or cascade effect with application. So please go to next slide.
This one?
Yes, go to next one, please.
Yeah, this is the one. Next slide. Is it visible to you?
Now take slide 7, please.
Is it visible, ma'am?
No, that is number 6. You have to take the next one.
It is missing.
No, it can. No, you have got it. And about the question about how has women's rights got established in your country? Yes, we have. First time women were able to go to polling station in Sweden was in the election year 1921. It's already 100 years ago during this autumn. And how to get more women getting in, like to get better job and everything. It became with the compulsory school in Sweden for all children, and it was already 1842. Okay, it was just for a couple of years, and maybe in the autumn they have to go stay at home to pick up the potatoes, like a potato vacations or something we call it, and other things. But kids went to school. They learned to read and to count and things like that. And then they have built it up to much more years, but from the beginning it was a couple of years. And in 1873, women were finally allowed to study at universities. And 1927, women were given the right to study in high schools and become eligible for higher education on the same terms as male. And today, it is very interesting. Women, I'm sorry, are in the majority as students at universities in Sweden, but men still get most of the managerial work. And nowadays, men say that, but we are a minority at the university at some of the programs. So we have to change it, they say, because they feel bad in a bad situation. Yes, but female students get higher diplomas, higher examinations in schools, like in high school or upper secondary school, what you call it, than guys nowadays. And that is, the men thinks it's a problem.
Okay, so next slide. This is
Yes,
the slide.
and how women can be empowered and who can help us. And I go back to the right to education for all children. I think it's still prior one. It is the first way to another and better life. If you can read and work and get your own income, it is much better for you. And in Sweden, married women got matured already in 1921, and unmarried women who were 25 years old or older got matured already 1863. And 1874, married women's right to individual pay and finances. And 1872, arranged marriages are prohibited and both sexes are guaranteed the right to choose a marriage partner. But I know and we see in Sweden that immigrants coming in and they still using this system, but it is forbidden in Sweden.
Okay.
And then you can have like families going to the former countries they're coming from, like 12, 14-year-old female childs, got married in that country and moved back to Sweden with men who are like 30, 35 years old. And that is not permitted in Sweden, but it's still problem with getting it to courts and fix it. And nowadays you can say this kind of phone line that when people are thinking about children going to get child marriage abroad, they can call the police and things like that and hopefully get help so that not to be in that situation. And wife abuses was banned already 1864, but like I have written, but unfortunately it still occurs, and especially during this COVID-19, we have seen more and more about it, and also about women the men killed the women, but we have had it, and we still are in progress about the courts and judges and how to fix it, deal with these situations, and also like kids seeing when the father killed their mom in front of their eyes, and then he go to court and they go to prison, and then he have the right of the children still. That is also something is going maybe to be changed in the law, that he will not be able to have it, but it's not fixed yet. And about the Swedish system, because a lot of people, a lot of countries say very rich, and Sweden are helping many countries and go on. Yes, but think about what I have been written down here. Between 1851 to 1910, about 1 million Swedes migrated to the US, and the Swedish population was about 3.5 million year 1850. So that is also one of the big thing which helped Sweden up, because Sweden was very poor. Sweden were suffering, and there was a lot of it was not food, it was not work, it was anything. So both this with the school from 1842 and a lot of migrated people, it's two of the big successes in Sweden. So next slide, please.
Yeah, this one.
And it's about what's your transformational strategy for future leadership. How you want to guide our women and children to establish their right and equality. Let's see if I.
Can you see?
Please, next slide. 2 slides. It's number 9. We are going to.
Is it the one?
No, next one, please.
This one?
Number 9. It is the next one.
Number 9. It's on?
No, I think you are on.
Here it is showing 9. Okay. This is
Okay.
the last one.
That's 9. That is the one. The transformational strategy, as I say, for women, what I can do to help people, it is what I have been thinking for a long time. It is since last year. I am writing on a book about 300 pages, and I thought it was going to be launched just now, but it will be launched in the end of August, beginning of September, I think. It's a book about quality management, leadership, and health. It is about sustainable leadership. And the ebook will be very cheap when I launch it. So I think it will be like $1, $1, so everybody who wants to buy it. Well, like 300 pages with about a lot of researches from universities and things in it. And also how to work as a leader, how to protect yourself so you don't get mentally exhausted and things like that. But I also have my Facebook community about sustainable leadership and good health. And members who have been followed it and have done what I have said in that one since last year, they have got coached for more than $10,000 for free if they have followed it. And for children, for example, we have this Convention of the Right of the Child from 1989. We have 2 optional protocols. We have the articles that a child is every person under the age of 18. It's very important. And for example, also Articles 28, 29, that the child is entitled to free primary school education. And that education should prepare the child for life, develop respect for human rights, and nurtures in the spirit of understanding, peace, tolerance, and friendship. And also I can think about today how to get children to the primary elementary school. And please, next slide.
Yeah, this is the next slide, ma'am. Women, children. What is our transformational
Yes,
strategy?
yes, but you have another one. You have slide 10. And
is this the one, ma'am?
Okay. You have another one. 11. And that is also what I was thinking about. We have to support each other like men do. And that is free for everybody to do that. We cannot tip each other women about things and jobs and whatever, like men do. It's also free. We can bring forward female candidates for job, for authorities, or politicals or whatever, like men do. It's also free. And we can also help each other against like sexual harassments. It's free. And I also sent you a link here from one of the biggest newspapers in Sweden. It is from the Me Too in the Swedish Armed Forces. It was 1,768 women who are working in the military who wrote under it. I was one of them.
Okay.
And for children, we can build online courses about almost everything. That is also an option. And like we have internet in almost everywhere, so kids can be in a kind of classroom for kids in the village and radio communication internet with the teacher every day, week or month, like they have done in Australia for many, many years. The kids are sitting out in the bushes where they're living and they have the school there.
Okay.
And if you take next slide, number 12.
This one?
Yes? No, not next one. Next.
Is this the one?
No,
This is
it's the one with a picture of children also.
this one.
No, it's the next. You have a picture with children down in the, no, the one before that one, yeah, please. And also more proposals, solutions. For example, women, we can find easy, fast and free solutions. We have to be creative and get solutions. And we can have each other to think about it, talking to each other, chat with each other. I have for example, one idea, talk to other ones about it, and things like that. And also another thing here. I don't know if you want to not hear this, but birth control. It helps women to not get so many children. It's for the bodies, and that is also one. Like when women start get educated, they get less children. Not some because it's the same like before. Like a lot of children was going to take care of you when you get older, and like on the right side here, children, about that, education for children is one of the main responsibilities for governments around the world. And also this also for people and members of the UN. And education is the main task and goal for everybody to get to work and be able to support themselves and their families in the future. Okay. And I want, if you change to the last picture, I will say something more also that I can add. And that we have already talked about UN Sustainable Development Goals. And that's why I didn't want to talk about it today, because I thought somebody else was going to do it and we have had it. But about what everybody don't want or needs to hear, but before, even in Sweden, having a lot of children was a status for the families. Today we have eradicated many diseases, and therefore we don't need the families to give birth as too many children as before. And this is also a matter for a whole global society. Because the UN can help people to fix this with birth controls in the families. So many moms die in the childbirth, which make more orphans. Another question is how to get rid of the corruption, which we have in a lot of countries, more corruption in some countries. We also have corruption in Sweden. It takes the money which should partly go to support children education of underprivileged families, for example. And there is also another issues we haven't talked about here. We talk about children, we talk about women, but I just want to say something more. We haven't talked about, we haven't reached, that is what I was discussing with one of my friends 2 days ago. Mentally handicapped children are even more vulnerable, and we have seen like pedophiles and other ones going on children, but mentally handicapped children are even more standard than the other ones. So we can have to think about how can we support them all.
Okay.
And my last slide.
This is finished.
Yeah, no, you had another one. That one with the blue thing in the bottom. After one with the children.
This is finished.
No, you have another one. You see at the bottom you have something blue.
Blue, then more proposal and solution, women and children.
No, the last picture, slide or number 13. You see it in the bottom in the left corner.
13 is blue one.
There it is, yes. And that is what I was thinking about, this picture. Look in yourself, reflect on yourself, and think about and go out to talk to people. And have this application, this pivot, and together we can do a lot of things.
Okay.
That was my solution. The answer how to work together and how can we go on. I think we have to build more and more networks helping each other, and also we have another group we're usually missing. We have the men. Women are about 50%, but we also have men. And there are a lot of men who want to support women in this kind of issues. But some men have struggling with the culture in the countries and in their organizations, their social clubs and each other. But we have to change it. We have to change the mental focus, or maybe we have to say it, and use them also, because we have to work together.
Okay. Thanks a lot. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Thanks a ton. So can we all give a great round of applause for Miss Katarina from Sweden? Can we all please clap for her? Thanks a lot. Thanks for joining, and great presentation and sharing from Sweden. So now, can I connect Elif from Turkey? Elif, can we have your introduction? Vilma, please don't get angry because we're gonna listen your music and many things from Brazil. But now I would like to connect Turkey, the beautiful city, the beautiful lady, the beautiful teacher is here, educator and the inspirational leader, Miss Elif. Can we hear, please, your introduction and presentation? Elif, can we connect?
Best wishes and regards from Turkey. But I have no idea about Skype program because I use always Zoom. And
is it visible?
I will share my screen.
Yeah, it is coming.
I hope I will success.
Yeah, you are. You are miracle making. Please go on, Elif.
Okay, I think I can't share my screen. Would you like to help me?
Yeah, sure. Please introductory part. Can you please share your introduction there?
Okay. I'm Elif Selçuk. I'm from Turkey. I live in Denizli. I'm a religion teacher. I've been a religion teacher about 16 years. And also I'm the founder, the Value of Women and Gender Equality in 21st Century Active Living Project. Like this.
Okay, so is your screen is visible now?
Okay.
Can you see?
No, I can't see my screen.
This one? This one?
Do you see my screen?
Yes.
Ah, great. Okay. Okay. Women's rights are a vital issue. Mankind has worked in many fields such as technology, artificial intelligence, medicine, sailing, exploration, vehicles to space. Women contributed to the organization of these studies in terms of agenda. Women are no different from men. Women manage countries, institutions and organizations, companies. Although we have completed one-fifth of the 21st century, unfortunately, women are still exposed to violence and even killed. We are still talking about these issues. Of course, it's very sad to make this sentence because this is also in the cater of immaturity. We define civilization, but we fail to be civilized. It is a duty to care about an ongoing struggle for women's social, political, and economic rights and to take action. We should never forget this. Today, women's rights have made progress in many developed countries, but unfortunately, women's rights in developed and developing countries haven't reached the desired levels, and women have not fully achieved their rights. In Turkey, our great leader Mustafa Kemal Atatürk did some work to empower girls and women. That's why we are proud of Atatürk. In 1924, with the law of the Tevhid-i Tedrisat, gender discrimination in education was abolished and everyone had equal rights. In 1933, the Directorate of Technical Education for Girls was established for girls to receive vocational education. He gave us the Turkish Civil Code in 1926. This law is Turkey's largest and one of its forms. It's important in terms of family law and women's attainment of their rights. Thus, men and women met at the same point. In 1930, women gained the right to vote and elected in municipalities. In 1938, they abolished the rights to be elected deputies in the parliament. The working conditions of women were improved with a labor law in 1936 and the ILO Convention in 1937 prohibited women from working in hard work. These works that I have mentioned have been an important turning point in the empowerment of women and girls and their activation of rights. The UN Convention on Elimination of All Forms of Violence Against Women was signed in 1979. As a country, we have been included in this contract and made it a part of our domestic law. This contract has been a breaking point in many countries. Women began to accrue rights. In our country in 1990, women gained the right not to take permission from their husbands to work. In 1901, the close family is the foundation of Turkish society was added, followed by the clause based on equality between spouses. Emergencies regimes have changed. The woman was given the right to participate in assured goods. Although there are good developments in our country, there are still definitions and grievances. Evet, yes. Important topic is in our country women's surname. The woman has to take the husband's last name, but
Hello? Can you hear? Elif, maybe your connection has got disconnected or something. So, is there Vilma with us from Brazil?
I think I interrupt.
Elif, can you listen?
Yes, I interrupt, I think.
Sorry,
And again, I connected.
Okay.
Okay.
So the slide was number 5 for you, that the woman has got the last name of her husband.
Okay. The important issue in our country is woman's surname. The woman has to take the husband's last name, but if she wishes, she can combine her husband's surname and surname before marriage can use if a woman applies to the court I can't pronounce when she gets married, she can use her own surname. But unfortunately, social pressures prevent the exercise of this right. When a woman gets married and divorced, she has to constantly update her identity. The woman has to announce to all institutions that she's getting married or divorced. For example, passport, bank accounts, academics may have to use different surnames. In some cases, a woman may continue to use her husband's surname after divorce. For example, if a woman is known by her husband's surname in business life, she can use her husband's surveys if it is important for her career, but the woman has to prove in court that she will not harm her ex-husband. The other issue is violence. The pandemic has increased domestic violence. Now I want to give some examples from other countries. Domestic violence increased in Italy and France during the epidemic. Some hotels provided shelter services for women. In Spain, when women call the pharmacy and request mask 19 from the officer, it means a domestic violence notification. This situation is reported to police by pharmacy staff. The Federation of Women's Associations of Turkey reported that during the epidemic, physical violence against women increased by 18%, psychological violence increased by 93%, and demand for shelters increased 78%. like this. Violence stems from inequality between men and women. Gaps in laws and practices cause violence. Unfortunately, the domestic violence has increased. We need to prevent domestic violence. Children witness violence in the home. Later, children are affected psychologically, and they can take the family as a role model from time to time. The children may use violence against to peers at school or in the game in other people, considering that the perpetrator is strong. Serious measures must be taken to prevent violence. I would like to make some suggestions here. Gender equality in school should be integrated into the curriculum, and student clubs should be opened to carry our activities and projects. If we can't prevent violence, there should be sanctions that protect the victims of violence, and support policies should be implemented. This is the woman by strengthened. Women should know and use their rights, and social units should provide professional support and guidance to women. Conditions of women's shelters should be improved. We should support every person who is a victim of violence. Zero tolerance to violence should be our motto. We should develop international policies to encourage other countries to act by giving ideas on what they should do and to encourage political will. I invite now world leaders, all situations and organizations and civil society to sensitivity, cooperation and coordination, because laws may not completely end violence. Valuing and investing in people will solve these problems. Now I would like to talk about my project, the Value of Women and Gender Equality in Twinning projects. We included women's rights in the third step of our project. We did a lot of research with students and prepared materials. We researched women's rights around the world. Now we would like to share our awareness video with you. Okay. Now I will share link of video. Okay. But I don't know how will I share the link. Would you like to help me, dear Morina?
Yeah, which one? E-twinning? E-twinning project?
Yeah, yes, our awareness video.
Yeah, this one. This slide is here. You can see all
Okay.
our international leaders. Can you see the link?
Just a minute.
Twinning project, right? 21st century.
Yes. Would you like to help me to share the link, please?
Yes, I have clicked it here.
I think I sent you to link.
I have clicked it here, but the link is not opening. I don't know why. Okay, so dearest leader, this is time to connect Rajil now. Can I connect our dearest another international important guest, Ms. Vilma? Can you hear me?
Yes, dear.
Yeah, dearest, can you please share about your information, your song, and the way how you have regained the value, how you have become the person always you wanted to be?
Well, I'm Vilma from Brazil. I'm an English teacher here, and I've been teaching English for 16 years, more or less. And I've been teaching kids, teens, and adults. And I've been working with lots of international projects and organizations because I want my students learn to communicate with the world. I want they understand they are able to communicate. I want they understand they have to believe in themselves and they can communicate. They can learn English for life to understand people around the world.
Okay. Yes. So there is one request from Divyani. Can you please connect your presentation? Vilma, I have one request, and Katarina from Sweden, and I can see Elif is here, Gayani is here. So I will all request you. Om Prakash is here, so you be the judge now. Divyani, the future leader, she wants to present her presentation as a future leader, as a researcher. After her presentation, I will connect Vilma to sing her song, to share her great song, please. Divyani, can you connect your presentation?
Yes, Dee, just a second.
Yeah, so I would like to request your attention. Om Prakash, can you please introduce yourself by this time?
Hello, you
Yeah.
listening me? You listening me?
Yeah. Can you please just say your name and from where you have connected?
Hello, good evening, everyone. According to India, and Assalamu alaikum and Eid Mubarak. I especially thanks to Monira Sultana. It's me, Dr. Om Prakash from India. I presently working with my NGO. Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks, Divyani. Requesting you kindly present your presentation and share
Do you can
how
see
you
the screen?
yeah, we can all see your presentation. Please share your introduction and go for the presentation.
Okay, so my name is Divyani Arjun Singh. I am from Mumbai, India. I am studying class 10th. As a student, as a young girl, I know what is the situation of my country and also about the other countries. I know that. So, as a student, I don't know much about what is going around the world. Means like what is going in the office, what is the internal information. I don't know. But what I am listening from my parents, and what I am listening from the net, you can say what I am going through all the surrounding I'm knowing. So according to that facts, or according to the research what I have done from some days, no, so I have got some information I want to share. That can I share?
Yeah, please.
So today topic is women's rights and children's, and women's and children's right and their justice in their own life, we can say. So as we all know that if I want to give an example, that if two person like a husband or a wife go on the job, do job, and they come back home, they are too tired, but the wife only go in the kitchen and cook the food. Why? This is also the one kind of injustice, we can say, because the wife is also too tired. But the only thing we can see is, you can see my PPT?
Yeah, it was connecting. Can you please connect again? It has lost the connection,
Okay.
I think so.
Okay, not an issue. Now you can see?
I think it's coming. I request all of our international heroes and leaders. Yeah, I can see your PPT to judge the presentation that Ms. Divyani is presenting now. Divyani, go on, please.
Okay, so what I am telling that why only the wife is cooking in the kitchen. It's not that the only the women's have to work in the kitchen and the men's have to work in the office. It is not like that. So the only discrimination I can say start is from the house itself. Because as a girl, I know what is the importance of a girls in her own life. Because many times it's happened that the girls have to sacrifice their own means dreams for others, we can say for the family. But I totally don't agree that never compromise with your dreams. Because dreams you see for yourself, not for your family. Because if you will stand on your dreams, if you will move forward with your dreams, then only you can achieve something. And that time your family will tell, yes, you have done something for yourself. And that time the world will also stand with you. So the first things I can say that stand with your dreams, stand with yourself. Another, as I have done some research, I have told that on in some days. So I have not got about information about many countries, but I have got information about some countries, like especially India. I have got the newspaper cuttings, we can say, or about Nigeria. Some countries I have got. So here we can see Delhi is the capital of India, but we can see there a crime rate is too much high. But I don't say that that India is not developed totally. Yes, it is developed, but the crime rates is also developing day by day. We can see moving buses are moving, but also there are gang rape crimes are happening there. There are injustice, and any other big cities there are injustice. So as a student, I want to ask everybody that where a student, like we can see that in a schools also the small children are raped or bullied. So as everyone said that how you can generate your future. So especially the answer I can hear is that we can make our children understand that what is the importance of a women's in their life. So I want to ask, if you want to make your children understand what is the importance of a women's in their life, the first thing is that the children are unsafe at the schools itself. Because if we want to make them understand what is the importance of what is the value, what is the justice, the first things we have to see that the children should be safe at this schools level. Because we can see the children adapt the information very fast by listening news, or by nowadays we can see our small children are also having a phones and all. So they are misuse also, but they are using, some children are using too. So the first things we have to do, that we have to make our country free from a child labor, or we can free from a child harassment we have to make. Because the future of our country, or future of any country, I can say future of the world, is the children itself. So first thing, I'm not talking about that the discrimination of a man or woman. I'm talking about the children's. Because children's are their mind are too we can say their mind are like a butter. If you want to mold how much you want to mold, you can convert in that shape. So we have to first see that what if we will give the good information, if the children will live in the good surrounding, they will automatically, their mind will be like intelligent, they will be fulfilled with the positive things. But they will listen that rape cases in the schools, or they will listen what is there, then their mind will be also like that. So another is it is from Nigeria state. It is one cuttings I have got. There also rape cases was happened to a 12 years old girls. So I'm telling that it is happening in the school itself, then where the children will learn about to respect the women's. Because they are getting there, they are only seeing themselves in the school itself. They are seeing that they are covered with something, they are living in a, yes, I'm not saying just that all schools are the same, or all places are a bad itself. But we can see if thousand of also apples are there, and one apple is also spoils, it will spoil the thousand apple. So like that also, if the one negativity will be there, it will spoil the thousand positivity too. So we have to make that one negativity first out, so the thousand positivity should be there. Another we can see it is also news.
Your slide has been freezed. Can you please make it full screen, please? Yeah, this one is now. We can see. Yes.
Now?
Yeah, it is visible now.
Just now?
Yeah, it is visible.
So again, when cuttings is there, the thousands of children are at risk of abuse. So as a student, as a teenager, or as a as a future leader, you can say that my first advice is to first protect the childrens, because they are itself the means we can say future of the country. Another is we can say acid attacks. That is what we can see. Acid attack, mainly it is a higher risk because it is spoils mainly a total life of a girls, because we can see if one also if you walk in the kitchen, especially we know what is the we can burn small burn is also there, we feel so much pain. So what the pain might be that the girl or the women face after acid attack, that is a two risks we can say. Many person died also due to this, but many persons fight back and came back and fight for their justice. So I can say is only the government is not there to give you a justice, only the you can not say that the government should come and legal action should be taken. The first thing, you can stand for yourself, because every times the government will not go to each and every house and ask that your daughter is okay, or your wife is okay, your son is okay. No, this is not the work of a government. Means I agree that government should provide some legal action, but not totally. First, we can say that the women should stand for themselves, because the first step we can say, when we are small, the mothers taught us the how to walk or how to stand. First steps our mother taught us. Then again, automatically we are learning that how to run. Running, someone don't taught us. The same thing, that someone will some helps they can provide by the government, but the standing should be taken by yourself. Another is who is there to help us. The mainly question I can always I can see, or
Okay.
always I can
make the screen full. We can see only the one screen, the Guardian paper.
Just a second, I don't know what is wrong.
Who is there to help? It is visible now.
Now it is visible.
Yeah.
Okay, just a second. So can I show like this only, because I think that in full slides it is not visible.
Okay, yeah, it is visible now.
Because showing more important, my point of view should be there, I think. So the thing is that who is there to help us. So the main things what I can hear from all the people is who is there to help us. So let me clear, no one is there to help you. The first things is that you are only there to help you. First stand, first step, first goals yours should be clear, then only the other will come to help you. Another slide is women are not safe, women are not enemy, women does not want others right, they just fight for their own right. It is true, because we see our mothers, we see our sisters, we see the world itself, because we are not going in someone's house and we are fighting that no, why she is getting this, I also want this. We are not fighting for that. We are just fighting for our own right, what we need. We are fighting, we want to work, we are fighting, we want to educate, we are fighting, we want equal rights. We are not fighting with others that we want what you are having. So that is the big things that the peoples, when we fight for the rights, was the question is, they told that you are comparing. We are not comparing, we are just asking for our own rights. This is the same, that we have to stand for ourselves, because tomorrow no one will be there to stand for ourselves. The world only recognize those who fight for themselves. The person will never see what is the failure, or the person will never see what is the what you are fighting for. They only see what is the success you are getting, how much post you are. They will, always they respect the person who is at the higher post. You go at the office itself and you respect your boss, but you never see that the boss will come to you and respect the employees. So that is the main difference, that the person always respect those who are at a higher post. So we don't want the higher post, we are just fighting for the respect in the society. We are not saying that we want that the boss should respect it, but we want this our self-respect should not hurt by someone. Another is, after all years as a women's hearing, you are not thin enough, you are not pretty enough, you are not smart enough, you are not this enough, you're not that enough. Then over the night, I woke up one day. I thought, why people says I am not enough? Then I realized that I am enough, and I don't really bother now about the people. You know, when you will understand what you are, then you will understand that people thinkings or people saying is just for wastage of time. When you will listen to others, when you listen others talk what they are talking, when we'll go to others and listen, oh, they are backbiting you about me, they are telling bad about me. If you bother in that, then you can't be never success, because we always know that people always bark behind us, but we have to move forward. We don't have to see the past, we have to see the future. Another is the only person who can stop to reach your goal is only you, so don't stop yourself. I really again told you that goals are the main things in our future, because our goals only decide our future. Our goals should be clear. What do you want to become? When we are strong, we see that the women are getting married and they left their own house and they're going to some boy's house, we can say. Then she is living with her child and all. See, so in some time the women left their dreams and they are just working for their family. So after many years, what they are going to hear get to hear is that what you did for our family. The main the main question they are hearing, that I am working, I am earning money, what you are doing? You are just wasting the money while you are sitting at home. So that is the big question. If you will not stand for yourself, if your goals will be not clear, then people is not going to respect you. If you don't stand on your feet for yourself, then the people is not going to respect you. You know, and everything from the beginning itself, from the childhood itself, or from the past itself, women have to fight for their right. You don't see that women are getting automatically their rights. If your mother don't fight your rights, that the children see the same things, and sometimes what happen, the children learn from the mother itself that no, my mother don't fight for her rights, I will fight for my mother right too, and I will fight for my own right too. But sometimes what it affect a bad impact also. The children see that the mother is the father is beating a mother, or someone is commenting and she don't reply back, then the children is feeling, oh, my mother don't reply, how can I reply to others, how can I face problems? Or the mother don't reply, then surrounding something happen also, she is not going to tell her father, because her father don't respect her mother, how he will listen to her. That is the main thing. So first thing, if you will stand, or if your mother will stand for yourself, then only the world will stand for you. And please, it is a humble request that many times happens that there is a, we can see rape cases or embarrassment, or anything happens in the school, that a teacher bad touches, we can see or we can listen that. So it is my humble request, please don't hide it. Please share with your parents or your teachers, because your teacher are there to guide you, your teacher are always there to understand you, your teacher are always there to pull you out from the bad way. Or your parents are there. Okay, you don't, sometimes you don't feel that I should tell my parents, then go and tell to your friends, your teachers, or your means some relatives, someone is there. Or many times happens that it causes into big impact, like rape cases, we can say. Then you can go to NGOs, you can complain, because you know, if you will not complain, what happened, the other, that man encouragement will be more, that oh, I done this with this girl, the senior will complain, then why what will others do? So due to your mistakes, no, others have to also suffer from the same things, so you have to complain. Another, this is one thought what I have written, because I feel it really what it is a true lines, like people always talk about you behind without knowing the facts. So take their words as challenge and give their words back with a great success. Because when you will give their words back with great success, their mouth will be shut and they will not speak against the women's. They will not say that the women's are the weakest. They will not say that the women's are not doing anything, and they will not speak in front of their wife that what you are doing at home. If she will do something, if she will work, and if she will earn something, if she will stand on her feet, then the husband can't talk in front of the wife that what you are doing at home. So the main things I told you, that you have to stand for yourself. This we can see that all this is a cuttings of newspaper only for I have just shown only for the awareness that what is happening, that gang rape in a bus, or that is also we can say 9:30. If mainly what we are seeing that girls can't go outside. Always, if the if the man is working out at night, and if he come at night at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, what the parents are telling, oh, my son, what means hard work he is doing. But the same thing, if her daughter-in-law will come at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, the question is, oh, what kind of job it is that you have to do at 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock. So the big difference is here. The mentality is not good. There is nothing problem in us. We are not we don't have anything less in us. We are empowered in ourselves. But the main problem is that the family or the society don't understand. What still now it is happening, that the society don't understand that there is no discrimination between the man and a woman. All are equal. The only thing is that the mentality should be equal, and for that the only things we can do is create awareness, make them understand what is the importance of a women's in everyone's life. The last is thank you so much for your attention, because it means a lot when somebody listens to you. If somebody pay attention to you, it means a lot, because when I am a girl, I am able to speak in front of you is only because I have a courage. My parents are supporting me. I can stand in a public and I can speak that yes, I can fight for my own rights. But what about the poor children that they don't have a shelter, they don't have a support? They can't do anything because they don't have even the money to eat. They don't have even the shelter to live. So how they can put a case on the crimes? The big question is that.
Thank you, Divyani. Thanks a lot. So now it is time to listen from the great leader. I will connect two more leaders, but now I would like to get a great clap for all of you. Please, can we clap for Divyani? Can we please? Great efforts. Thanks a lot for presenting great presentation. Being so young, it is our great luck to have your presentation on this international platform. So Vilma, how about you? Can we ask question, and how is your song? Where is your song, please?
Okay, dear.
Can you connect your song? After that, you will connect your video. Yes,
okay.
Yes, go on. Vilma, it is your time.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for the opportunity. So, the change I want to make is to help women believe in themselves. I want to help women believe they are able to do anything they want, and this will be through education. So, in my country, the rights have been established, but just unfortunately, just in law papers, like some other countries. Here, it is said that women and men have all the same rights, but unfortunately, that's not true. For example, if I am with a guy in a company competing for a vacancy there, for sure the vacancy will be for the guy because he wants to get pregnant, and the company won't have to pay for him to be at home for 6 or 4 months. So the rights are not the same. And how can we empower women? How and who can help us? So women can be empowered by education, just in my opinion. And through education, we can conquer anything in our life. We can have our dream job. We can get to know the world. We can be the winner of our lives. And anyone can help to empower a woman, just motivating and showing they are important. And they are the reason boys are here. They are the reason we are here. And because of a woman, all boys and everyone was born. So we have to respect and we have to empower them. And what transformations and strategies can we do? So first of all, as I said, showing women and girls, they are able to do anything. They just have to believe in themselves. And second, inspiring them to study really hard, because just with knowledge, just knowledge can bring a better life. Yes, for the ones who are not rich, the only chance they have is studying. They only have only chance studying. That's why we have to teach girls and also boys to believe in themselves and study really hard. Because if they have knowledge, they will fight for their rights, and no one will need to do that for them because they will know about their rights and they will run for it. And uh, what are the barriers that we have? So here in Brazil, and I believe in many other countries, the barriers we have is that women and children, they have to believe in their rights and they have to fight for them. And here in Brazil, for example, every 7 hours, a woman is killed just for the fact that she is a woman, and it's so sad. And another barrier is that women are not given opportunities and they are not empowered. So we have to do that. We have to tell them they are able to do everything they want. We have to tell them that they can be good wives, but they can also be good mothers, and they can also be good. They also can be good professionals, because people say that I still listen this. People say that, oh, if you work so hard, you won't have time for your family, and then maybe your husband and your daughter won't uh, be by your side. But I believe you have to empower women to believe in themselves. And yes, we can have our family, we can have our professional life, and we can have all of them. We don't have to worry about having a good professional life and losing our personal life. And we have to say all girls out there, they are able to do anything, because sure, we are able to do anything. And we do things with our heart and soul. We care about others. And we have to care for other girls. It's our obligation to stand up for them. And it's our obligation to be the voice for the ones who are in need. And we are girls, and we have to stand up for other girls. And boys, thank you for the ones who stand up for your girls. Thank to all fathers out there who tell their children that they are able to do things. Thank you to all the husbands that say their wives are able to do things. And thank you everyone who support girls. And we have to do that every day because they really need our help. Thank you.
Great. Elif, can you listen to me? Elif? Elif, are you here? Elif, your microphone is off. So can we please all first clap for our dearest international hero, Vilma from Brazil? Can we give a clap, please? Elif, your connection is disconnecting. Elif?
I'm here.
Yeah. Please share your video. Elif, we can see you now.
Thank you so much. Your permission. Okay.
Please go on, carry on. Vilma, that was great explanation. And Katerina, how good you are in presenting presentation. Yeah.
Thank you, dear.
Elif, are you able to connect?
Yes, I connect, but yes. Do you see my sharing?
It is on the way from Turkey to Dhaka. It is flying. It is in the flight mode right now. It is coming, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. We can see. Women's rights, right? Women working with equal play voting, election, occupation. Vocational education, gender equality, self-determination for women, independently of their economic, social, occupational, non-job equality, a strategy for all forms of gender-based violence. Approval women's places in politics. Okay. Thanks, Elif. Thanks a lot.
I think.
Yeah, it's buffering. I think the slow network.
Yes.
No problem. No problem.
I'm sorry. If you want, I can share link of my video.
Yeah, of course you can share with our group, and we can of course share with everyone. And now this is our time. Vilma, would you like to share the song? Do you like to share, Vilma? Your microphone is off.
Yes, dear, I'll try. Give me a moment.
Can you try?
Yes.
Yeah, please go on.
Just a moment. I couldn't see any other presentations, so I'm not so sure I'll be able to.
Yeah,
but
you
that's
can.
the one I sent you.
You can share your presentation. And right at this moment, we are expecting the song from Vilma. I think she will be able to connect. And thanks, Elif. It was a great effort for showing the video. It was really, really great. And Katarina from Sweden, I would like to connect you for the message to the world, leaders message. Katarina from Sweden, do you like to share? Yes, Katarina from Sweden. Can you please share the leader's message, final message to the world?
It is to protect and you. I don't know.
I can listen. I think a song, right?
Can you see my screen there?
The screen is not visible, but we can listen the song. But we were listening, actually. I think the screen is coming. So do you like to share, please, the screen?
Okay.
Katerina, did you finish? Your microphone is off, Katerina.
No, I stopped because of the song. I wanted to say that we have to work together, all of us. It's a global society, and if all women go together, and with children, and also with support of the men who understand this, that this is for everybody, then I think it will be a great success in them. Thank you.
Super. Divyani, what is your message to the world? Divyani Arjun Singh from India. Divyani, can you hear?
Yes, I can hear you. The first thing I want to tell that message to the world is the big thing. The first message I can give to um, all the women is that the first thing they have to believe. We can see the belief is the most powerful weapon. Then we can the words we can win the wars by not only by the weapons but also by the most powerful weapon, that is belief. And another things I can tell our women's does not, yes, as ma'am told that women's are not given the job because they are that some cases they are there. But I totally say that, yeah, ma'am is totally true that it is happening. It is the facts in the society. But how we are here to create awareness to make people understand that if they can give a birth to a new generation, if they can run the world by giving a birth to a baby, then they can run their office or they can run the world very smoothly. So I will tell that don't judge them because only that she will be a mother and you have to pay, you have to give 6 months holidays or you have to pay. Please judge them by their talents because women have a great talent in themselves. I will think the more talent are there hidden in the women. Only the things they need to express it. They need to know in themselves that women are not only born to be in a kitchen, live in a kitchen, or they are not only born to take care of their family, or they are not only born to wash clothes and all. They are born to run the world. They are born to educate. They are born to work in the offices. They are born to change the thinkings of the world. So my only I can give the knowledge or I can give my thought to the world is just believe in yourself and go ahead. Yes, fight with everyone for your right, but don't fight for don't always fight for justice, but don't fight for injustice, because some people what they do, they just fight only because they need some spices in their lives. So don't mess up things because already the things are messed up. We are trying to make it clear. So don't mess up things. Please support the women who want their rights. Please support them because women always are there to support everyone. Thank you.
Okay, where is the presentation of Ashutosh?
Yes, Di.
Can you please connect? I'm really sorry that I couldn't see your face, so I thought you were not connecting today. So, Vilma, thanks. I'm trying to share, but I'm expecting that.
Thank you, dear.
Yeah,
My
presentation
Skype is not
here.
letting me to do that.
Ashutosh, can you go for this?
Yes, Di.
Yeah, please carry on.
Di, can you see my presentation?
Yeah, it has come. Please carry on.
So, okay, Di. So today we are present here on a special topic, women rights and their justice. So now means I would like to start from my introduction. So my name is Ashutosh Singh. I'm from Mumbai and I'm studying class 8. So on this platform, many times I have speak on this topic. So uh, I feel really bad that the growth of our society is developing day by day, but the mentality or thinking of the people is still the same. They just want women to stay in the kitchen. And so I'm here to present my presentation to support the woman and to clear the doubt of men that women are born to fly. Don't keep them in prison. So now I would like to start. Now the society is growing, but we can see that the case of child abusement is growing. Rules are made to stop the cases. So if the rules are strict, then why it is increasing? Why government is not taking a serious action? Why people think that it is a common issue? Now next is we know that women are fighting for their rights from the birth time. So when they fought for their job, with family, then they again have to face problem in their workplace. So where they can get their rights, place of justice. So this is a not common but a very big issue about women empowerment. Everywhere woman is said that yes, means she is not, means she can't go to work, she can't do anything.